Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. We are on to lesson 4 of unit 2, and today's property is distributive property. So we're going to jump right into it. We're on page 376 of your math book. So what the distributive property says is that if you have a number or a variable outside a parenthesis, that you can distribute that number or variable into whatever's inside the parenthesis. So whether it's addition, that's the operation that separates the terms, or subtraction, what you can do is you can just simply multiply whatever's outside by each term inside. And then you keep that operator in between the individual terms. So here, right, you do 3 times 7, keep that minus, the subtraction sign in between, 3 times 5. Same thing over here, right, with addition, 4 times 6, and 4 times 2. And then you can just simplify it, 24 and 8, 21 and 15, and then you can simplify it further. We're going to do a couple examples of that just to make sure that you know what's what. All right, so here, whether it's negatives or positives, same things apply. So 5 times negative 9 is negative 45. Remember those integer rules, bring down your plus sign. 5 times 11 is 55. The number one mistake students make is they don't distribute this 5 to both numbers. All right, think of it like trick-or-treating. If two kids come to your door, you give candy to both the students, both the kids. You're not just going to give candy. You're not just going to give candy to one of these students. You're going to give candy to both, or one of the kids at your door. And then once you have both, once you've distributed this 5, then you can simplify. Negative 45 plus 55 is 10. Remember those integer rules. Negative and a positive is really subtraction. That's a 10, not a 7. All right, here it's 7 times 10 is 70. Bring down your subtraction. 7 times 5 is 35. 70 minus 35 is 35. Now, if the number's at the end, same deal. You just kind of go backwards. 9 times 12 is 108. You can't do that in your head. Just set up your old school multiplication over here. Carry the 1. 9 times 1 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. Bring down your subtraction. Working backwards. You get 72. 108 minus 72 is 6. 36. Boom. Same thing. If you can't do that in your head, you set up your subtraction. Old school. No big deal. 6. Can't do 0 minus 7, so you borrow. 10 minus 7 is 36. All right. On we go. Now, if you deal with variables, same deal with variables. The only thing is, when you simplify, it's actually a little bit easier to simplify with variables. So when you do 6 times A, you get 6A. 6 times A, 6 apples. 6 times 4, you get $24. You cannot add 6 apples and $24. That is your answer. So when you have variables, you cannot add apples and dollars together. Now, if you have the same variable, you could put those together. So here, the M and N are not the same variable. So 8 times M is 8M. 8 times 3 is 24. So bring the N along. Okay. All right. Be careful here with you have a negative and subtraction. So you're going to get negative 3y. Bring down your minus. Negative 3 times 10 is negative 30. Now that's hard to read. So what you're going to do is you're going to simplify this. The negative 3y stays. When you minus a negative, remember that's the same as adding. It's not wrong to leave that. It just is hard to read. Fractions. We haven't done much with fractions, but remember, you can use your calculators. 1/2 times W is half W. Bring the minus. Half of 4 is 2. All right, when we get to a word problem, what you can do is you can use the distributive property to split up this problem to make it a little easier to do. So a sports club rents dirt bikes for $37.50 each. Find the total cost for the club to rent 20 dirt bikes. So you could just do $37.50 times